Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm with Sam, my
What's
friend.
up, losers?
And today we're going to be doing a tag video again. This time we're doing the Harry Potter tag.
You know the Harry Potter? Harry Potter? The guy that okay. Anyway!
Okay, so first question. Favorite book?
Okay, my favorite book was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire because every time I read it, it's just really interesting because you have the fighting with all the different areas, like, fuck. I'm not well at explaining things, guys, I'm sorry. But I really like the overall idea of having to do like a Triwizard tournament. Because it's not just with Hogwarts students, it's, students from other schools that involve witchcraft.
So you get to see like other parts of the world that involve witchcraft.
And plus it's like the actors, their hair was like on point. And it was just amazing. That's my favorite. Okay, I guess you could say it's my favorite movie and book, but there we go, I got another question out of the way. Your turn.
Well, my favorite book is probably going to be Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because it's the first book where Luna comes in, and Luna is like my favorite of everything because she's Ravenclaw, she's quirky, she's just so amazing. She has such a kind...
And she's blonde.
She has such a kind personality, and she just cares about like everyone. Like the first thing that she does when she meets an elf is just caring about them and calling them respectful names and calling them sir, and like they're human, like they're nothing more than that. So
He's a Luna fangirl.
yes, mostly because she's Ravenclaw and that's my house. And my favorite movie, I guess, since you did yours,
I haven't told it in, I'm sorry.
It's probably the first one, just to see how well that everything was done when it first started with the young actors and how they dealt with it being only like 12 something in it, and it was just really
11.
cool.
They were 11.
Yes. Shush.
Alright, next question. Lee's favorite book. It's Julie's favorite book.
It's not. Let's see.
My least favorite book
Yes.
would have to be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Because for me, the storyline didn't really make any sense until the end of the book, where you started to find out who Tom Riddle is and how Spider is incorporated in the actual chamber, where you find out later on in the 7th book is where one of the Horcruxes is.
Yeah.
But everything before that J.K. Rowling put in the book was just did it really need to be here? I feel like the stuff that went down with Ginny and everything could have happened later on. It didn't have to start in the 2nd book. Sorry, go on. But that's just my opinion. Because I feel like it was a good book, don't get me wrong, but to me it just seems like a lot of stuff that happened in that book could have happened later on.
Yeah.
So
I think I have to agree with you on that one because, like you said, the storyline didn't really make sense until the ending. And it was a good book, and it was really good writing because everything by J.K. Rowling is really good writing in my opinion. But yeah, the storyline didn't make sense. It could have been better, I guess, and made more sense and had more relevancy to the book overall. Let's move on, because I don't know.
this is why he's better at explaining things. He uses big words. Stay in school, kid. Stay in school, kids!
Parts that made you cry.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be really honest here, though. When I first read the 7th book of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, I wasn't so sure what I would expect because, it's the last book of a series. You never know what's gonna happen. But the part that always made me cry, and I know a lot of you people out there are gonna get on to me for this because of y'all's theories, but I really got really emotional when I read about Snape and his memories with Lily and his memories with school. That teared me up in the book and in the movie because it was just so emotional because Snape was always one of my favorite characters because he didn't take no bullshit. He was a good teacher despite everyone not liking him. but that's because of his outer appearance. But he was a good character, and to like see that side of him, how he was before, it just like made me so emotional, it made me cry. I'm not ashamed to say it. Alright, then your turn.
The biggest part for me that made me cry was definitely Dumbledore's death. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read that far, but you should have read that far anyway. But yeah.
I was laughing when he died. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. When I first read it, I'm like, he dies? Got time. I'm sorry.
But like every time I rewatch that scene in the movie, it just makes me tear up so much. And looking at everyone as they're like raising their wands for him and honoring his death is just such an emotional moment for me.
I just don't know why they have to honor his death by pointing a stick at the guy. It's like saying a few words of encouragement. Don't just be like freaking Hunger Games thing. Just stick my hands in the air.
Basically.
I know that part confuses me. It confused me. I'm just like, all right then, wizards, gotta love them.
Okay. Who would you date in the books or movies?
It's a tough one because all the characters are like really nice, and there's like a lot of them that act like me, but I would have to say Fred Weasley, even though he died. That was another thing that made me cry too, when Fred freaking died. I was like, you killed off my favorite character. He was my favorite Weasley, favorite character of everything, and I'm just like, you motherfuckers. I'm sorry you don't want cussing, but it's gonna happen. But I would date him, if he didn't die, that's who I would date. Or I could just date the actor.
That works too. Well, for me, if I wasn't gay as fuck, which I am, I would have to say Luna, because I'm, as you said, a total fangirl for Luna,
but he is gay as fuck. So
Draco Malfoy, even though he is a bitch in every way.
But he's a bad boy. You gotta love the bad boys.
Yes, and especially his actors.
They always have the best sex. It's a true fact, though.
They can slither into my chamber anytime.
Puns. Puns. Alright, who's your favorite character?
I think you know this already, but Luna and Draco are my favorite characters. Luna, obviously, because Ravenclaw, and she's like just like the best person for Ravenclaw as an example. And Draco, he has a good backstory to him, even though he's thought of as just like this bitch and a bad boy and just like an annoying enemy to Harry Potter. But he has a good backstory, and I feel like he has more to him than just that. And I wanted to know more about him, honestly.
Well, as I said earlier, like Fred Weasley was my favorite character, but I also really liked Snape's character. Yeah. But I really liked a lot, like pretty much all the characters, because you know, Harry Potter series is one of my favorite series, books, movies of all time. It's like the first fandom I was in without even realizing I was in a fandom. Because you know, many years ago, I was like, oh, I like this stuff, I really do. And then nowadays, it's just like everything has a fandom, and I'm finding stuff that I'm involved in, and I didn't realize it's a fandom. Like,
basically my entire life.
pretty much, yeah. What would your Patronus be, sir?
Mine would have to be an owl, I think.
Why would you say owls? Because of their wisdom?
That, and they're really cute, and I would love it if it was an owl.
See, he went with the normal response. I went with like a legit response. What? Okay.
What would yours be?
Squirrel.
Why squirrel?
Well, because to me, squirrels are ditzy and fitzy, and they're like always like scattering around. So I would feel like if I had a squirrel Patronus, it would show like how ditzy I am and just like how quick I can be, like quick-witted. Yeah, quick-witted. Okay.
And it would basically scare away everyone else because they're creepy as hell.
Pretty much, okay, you come like, okay, you have all these like badass Patronuses and everything, and then boom, squirrel. No one sees it coming, and that's how you know it'll be me. It's like, oh, it's a squirrel. Here comes Sam. Okay, yay.
Okay, moving on. Would you rather have the Resurrection Stone, the Invisibility Cloak, or the Elder Wand?
Visibility cloak.
Because you want to sneak up on people and take their candy like Harry did?
Well, I already think about people already, and I take stuff from people because I can. But I want the invisibility cloak because I just think it'd be really cool to, because there are still places I'm not allowed to go into. And plus, I think it'd be a really cool prank. And plus, like, you can just like cuddle with somebody and have them not even realize it, and just like, I mean, imagine you're just sitting there. And I put on the invisibility cloak and I'm just like cuddling you up like this. And you're like you're freaking out trying to figure out what it is, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I got spooked. It's like you can just pull so much stuff with it.
So basically you would be the perfect friend with that.
Exactly!
Well, for me, I don't really like the idea of being invisible. And I don't want to deal with death because that has bad consequences. And so I would choose the Elder Wand, but I wouldn't like use it with its full power.
But the Elder Wand does like kinda go with death.
Yeah.
Because if you use it, you might kill them, like even if you poke them. Like if you poke somebody, like magic could just come out randomly and they'll just drop dead and be unconscious for like 2 days, and you're like, I'm out.
So if they're unconscious for 2 days, how are they dead then?
Depends on how hard you poke them. You can like jab him in the eye. And then you're dead. Alright, so you choose the older one because you
Like,
don't play.
yeah.
Alright then.
What house are you in?
Okay. I have to tell you guys the story. He knows. But you people need to know. Okay, the story about the houses with me is like, you know, there's so many quizzes and so many things that tell you what house you'd be good in. And every single time, I always come up as a Gryffindor. But for me personally, I've never really felt like I was a true Gryffindor. Like, I could see how the qualities fit, but for me, I always felt like I would be a Hufflepuff because I'm always energetic, I'm always happy, and I'm always, friendly. Like, I just see myself more as a Hufflepuff. So, yeah, I would say Hufflepuff, but if any of you guys say Gryffindor, okay.
I can definitely see you as a Hufflepuff though, and J.K. Rowling herself admits that she would be a perfect Hufflepuff, so you're in the same house as the author, which is something cool.
Bitches.
As
I'm sorry, I'm not normally like this. Actually, yes, I am. Yeah, pretty much.
As I've mentioned several times, I'm Ravenclaw. I value wisdom. I value intelligence.
He values the guys. Sorry, I had to put it in there.
That too. But yeah, I'm Ravenclaw. There's no really any reason for it other than just I value intelligence above anything else.
This is why we're friends.
If you could meet any actor or actress, who would you? I know you've already met one or two.
I met the twins. It was a fan meet in Universal, and I met both the twins, and I was just like so happy. I was actually wearing this shirt too. Just pointing that out there. I was wearing this shirt. But if I could meet any other actor or actress, I can't remember his name, but the actor that's like Draco.
Tom Felton.
I knew there was a Tom in there somewhere. I'm sorry, I don't know my people. But I would love to meet Tom Felton, just like give him a hug. Be like, can I hug you, you hot piece of person? Yeah, that's who I would meet. I don't know who he'd meet. I'd probably end up ditching him.
Well, when she met the twins, I met Ivana Lynch, Luna Lovegood, which was like so exciting for me. I was not wearing this shirt, but I was wearing a shirt. But besides her, I would want to meet the actor for Snape, who I can't remember his name either. But yeah, I want to meet the actor for Snape and just like thank him for being so badass in the movies, even though I'm sure he's not really like his character in the movie at all. If he is, then I want to punch him in the face,
get that.
I want to like know who he is as a person, just like that.
Alright. Play any games? Jonathan?
I've played the Wii game, I've played the DS game, I've played online games. Pretty much I've played any game that I can. I don't own a lot of them. I borrow them from friends sometimes. I own the Wii game and I own the DS game, but like PlayStation and stuff I borrow from friends, and then online games are obviously free, so I've played pretty much any game.
I'm sorry, I'm very popular. Kind of noticed by my games. Anyway, so for me, I played the Wii game and DS game. I had the DS game first because I'm really the only person that's like a really fan girl about Harry Potter in my house, which is where we are. And so, but because everyone else wanted to play it, we got the Wii game. So I'm like, sweet. As for online games, I tried to play Pottermore, but I lost interest like after the first not even day. Like I started 5 minutes, but it wasn't even me, it was my friend like trying to hurry up just to see what house I'd get in. So I'm like, okay, this is totally taking the fun out of this. I still get updates and stuff, but I really don't play any online games because I'm not that much of a gamer. I just watch stuff. Alright then.
Which Quidditch position would you be? Don't take this the way they
Okay. So when we were going over, or when I was looking over the questions we were gonna answer in this video, I saw that it said which Quidditch position. And my mind immediately thought of like people being in sexual positions while like on the Quidditch field and with Quidditch stuff, and I'm just like, what are we answering here? But what I would probably be keeper, because usually when I play sports, I'm always, not always, but I'm usually in like more kind of like defense position, because offense I'm not all that good at. Although I could probably smack people off their brooms and have no regrets, but I think I'd be more helpful as a keeper. What about you?
Well, for me, if we were playing like basically Magic Quidditch like in the movies, I would have to be keeper as well, because I can't do anything offensive. I'm just defensive all the time.
You can be the broom warmer. Gotta have those fun.
That would definitely be me.
Yes.
But if we were playing Muggle Quidditch, I would be the snitch, and I would like to run around and try and get people to chase me, because that seems like a fun job.
I'd still be keeper. I don't want none of that. I think that. Oh wait, there's more.
Were you happy with the ending?
Okay, like the ending where you see the kids and everything? Or like when their kids are involved, like their future, or like the ending of the fight?
Let's go with ending of the fight, because we don't really get much into the future.
I know, but I always consider that to be the ending, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But the end of the fight, was I happy with it? I was unhappy because Fred died. I was also unhappy because of Remus and Monks. They died, and now they won't be able to raise their kid. Shit, I'm gonna cry. But I was iffy about it, because it's like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, we won, but there's like half the people that fought were either really badly injured or dead, and then you have Harry, who's on a broken bridge, doesn't bring a wand. It's like nowhere. We don't even know if the wand got broken, or wait, did he break the wand? I don't think he broke the wand. I think he just threw it.
Yeah.
I think he just threw it. Which, you know, somebody else could find it, and then this whole thing could start all over.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. You gotta break it. But I will say that I was happy though, because even though not a lot of people don't like it, including J.K. Rowling, JKR. when Hermione and Ron got together. That actually I really like because I've always shipped them from like book 1. It was either book 1 or book 3. But yeah, I was iffy about that ending.
As for me, the only reason I didn't like the ending was because of the movie and how they showed Voldemort's death, because that like completely took away from how it was in the book. How he like dissipated into smoke or whatever, when really he was mortal at that point, so he just died a normal death. But I also didn't like how Harry just like survived basically unscathed pretty much. Like everyone else was either dead or badly injured.
Like okay, like but for the 7th Horcrux, like it was inside of him. It was like him, which I don't understand because if we killed him, it should have just killed him entirely. Like there shouldn't have been like no different parts. But instead he was put in limbo, and then just like magically came back to life. Usually when you're in limbo, you don't come back.
Yeah.
You stay in limbo, which is why I don't understand. Like how did he come back? Like Dumbledore was there, but like he had no really. Okay, he's a good wizard, but I don't even think wizards have powers to bring people back from limbo, especially if you're already dead. Okay, I'm done. You can keep going.
But like, yeah, I feel like Harry should have died at the end of it. Like, I feel like that would have been.
And then Neville should have been like the main character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Neville is kick-ass.
Okay.
I love technical difficulties.
Yeah, so the camera shut off. And back to the last question. How much does Harry Potter mean to you?
I'm gonna be quite honest. Harry Potter doesn't mean as much to me now as it did like a few years ago. Mostly because now, since I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm 18 now. You know, and I'm trying to take that step into adulthood. And so my mind's kind of like drifting away from a lot of fandom stuff and a lot of things I'm really into. I mean, I don't know if it's just me or if that's other people, but a couple of years ago, like Harry Potter would always be like just clicking for me. It would always be there. Like I'd always know what to say. Like I would always know this fact, and it would be nice because it would help me bond with like a lot of my friends, like this guy. But now it's just like I still like it because it's a huge part of my memory. Because you know, like wow, I actually know some of the actors. And like I've read all the books and seen all the movies, like I feel like I'm an actual part of the fandom because I've actually done stuff that I never thought I would do in any other like realms of interest. But I do have to say it does not mean as much to me now as it did before because I'm making that transition to being an adult. And when you're an adult, all the fun dies. So not unless you let it live, but for me, it's gonna die. I can tell the future. So how much does it mean to you?
Well, Harry Potter was like my first fandom, basically, so it's definitely a big part of my life. Like you said, it was for you. And if you didn't know already, I have a tattoo of Harry Potter. It's the Deathly Hallows symbol, and it says always.
You sent me a picture of it, and I was really jealous. Sorry, continue.
So like, that's like a symbol for me to symbolize how much Harry Potter is always gonna be in my life. Even if it's not forefront like it is right now, obviously I'm probably gonna lose interest like how you have over the years, but it's always gonna be a reminder for me to know that it was part of my life. Right now it is a big part, but I'm pretty sure in a few years it probably won't be as big a part. I'll probably be in other things. I'll probably be in a career or something. Probably
in a career?
Let's just say I'm not gonna be in a career. But yeah, it's a big part of my life right now, but probably in a few years it's gonna fade just like it did for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
For it to fade. I mean, things do come and go. Like, fandoms do come and go, but it's always nice to have it there because later on you'll think back to this moment and be like, I remember so much about this, and then those memories will, you know, they'll be good. I mean, this is gonna offend so many people, but I can see how being in a fandom makes people happy, but to me, being in the same fandom over years, kind of like, it seems a little bit boring, because you're always like looking for the same thing, you're always talking about the same thing, even though it makes you happy and makes, you know, it feels good to talk about it, it kind of gets a little bit boring, and that's when it starts to fade.
Yeah. Like, the only thing that I can see right now that's bringing the Harry Potter fandom back together again, Awake from the Dead, is the new movie that's coming out soon. But if it wasn't for that, Harry Potter would probably be in the background again. It probably wouldn't be.
But like a couple of random, like, new stuff and random facts. But
Yeah.
it's just, it happens to everything. Especially in the K-pop fandoms.
Yes, we know that's definitely a big part of your life. We're probably gonna do that tag video next time.
Yes! In case you guys didn't know, I'm like a big huge fan of K-pop, which is not related to this video at all, but...
And she's the one that got me into K-pop, even though I'm the Korean and she's not.
I'm white! Well, that's all the questions that we have for the Harry Potter tag. So, any last comments, questions, concerns, illegal stuff you want to talk about?
Definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos. Give it a thumbs up,
You better
especially for Sam being in this video this time.
better
my first
comment.
guest.
Comment, like,
Yes.
subscribe if you want to see more of this.
Yes.
And more of this. Mostly this. I'm sorry.
Look forward to our next video, which is going to be the K-pop tag video whenever we get around to that. And have fun. Bye, guys.